Oh, you son of a... Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Chad from The Right Line, and I wanted to show you what I've been working on. I've been kind of playing with this project for about the last year and a half. It started as a cargo tie-down rack for the back of Chewy, and then, well, this is phase 2. I found some things that I wanted to change, and then I was going to turn it into a mounting spot for that bucket seat that I was going to put right there. I'm sorry, this might disappoint some of you. It disappointed me, but I stopped the bucket seat project in the back of Chewy and instead decided to revise the cargo rack. After a lot of consideration, it made a little bit more sense to do this than to push forward with that bucket seat project. So what we're going to do this afternoon is we're going to put the rack in the back of Chewy, get it bolted down, show you the other add-ons that are going onto this rack, and I think you're going to like it. Let's go over a little bit how I built this thing, just so you have an idea. It's largely built out of 1-inch square tubing for the rectangular frame, and to start with, which now I know wasn't sufficient, was I made a bracket here to bolt it to the cargo hold downs in the back of the Jeep. There's the rear one there. I did that for both sides. I had one on here and over there, and what I realized is that these are not held into the floor very well at all. So for version 2, I've made some tabs where I'm going to bolt it down to the back of the Jeep. I'm still going to use these, but I've got bolts instead. To mount the forward part of the rack into the floor of the Jeep, I used some chain link, and I managed to build it so it could slide down into that factory loop where the seat bolts to the floor. Did that on both sides, so that's not going anywhere at all. Kind of give you the layout here. On top of this, and you're going to see that in a few minutes, is a best top plastic cargo rack, and on top of that, here I can put my action packers and soft goods when I'm camping. Right here, I've left this just to be an open tray. Right here is actually this spot right here is actually where I'm going to mount, where I put my 7 gallons of water, and I can strap it down with this loop here and those 2 loops there. This I'll put like tools and whatever else I want on top of there. But right here, which is really cool and I'm really proud of, is a slide out drawer, and we'll go over that in a few minutes. I've had some time since I first built this rack to figure out what I want to do differently, and so what I've changed, I put some rib nuts in the floor on both sides. I'm going to run these bolts into the floor, and then I'll drill and mark the holes for this. So this is the part of the project that I was perhaps the most excited about, and it has to do with this bracket right here. This is called the Cuddy Buddy, and it's made by a company called 16 Ton Industries, made in the USA, of course. This is the Cuddy Buddy 124, and it's actually pretty tall here. And what these cabinets are meant to be is they're meant to be bolted down in the back of a sleeper or toolbox of an 18-wheeler. They can really be meant to be used with anything, but the cool part about it is you can get multiple drawers and stack them one on top of another. And the last piece of the puzzle is my desktop plastic cargo rack. Really psyched with how this version of the tie-down rack worked out. I'm happy now that it's bolted to the floor. I'm really psyched to have the drawer in there. I'm really psyched to have this platform here so I can more securely strap down things like my 7 gallons of water. And of course right here is where the refrigerator goes, and there's still plenty of room in there, and plenty of room in the front for tool bags or whatever else I want. And for some of you that have been following the channel for a while, you know that I like to use Rubbermaid action packers. Well, it's a little snug, but it still fits. And in this version of the tie-down rack, I'm still going to be able to adjust my seats too. All right, so I'm super excited to have this project wrapped up. Got it painted, got it installed, and I think that it fit in here just right. It gives me room for all of my trail gear, including my recovery bag and my power tank. If you're finding the right line for the first time, please consider a like, comment, or a share. Maybe even consider subscribing. I'll call this project wrapped up. Make sure you follow the right line for all my upcoming content. And I'll see you again next time.